Purposely. Your life, God's purpose. Listen at onpurposely.com.
I can tell you I was in a mood. I had been cleaning and cooking and putting all kinds of things together because it was our night to host our small group. It had been a busy day at work, and now I was trying to get things ready for my small group to come over. I was just trying to get everything clean and tidy and looking exactly like I wanted. And wouldn't you know it, right before people were about to arrive, I noticed how grungy our back door looked. Just gross, thinking, why haven't I had that repainted yet and cleaned? And then I noticed a spot in our entryway where I'd recently been updating our paint on the walls, and I saw a big spot that I missed, and there was no time to try to pull paint out and make that happen. Then I got into the oven and realized that the lasagna that I'd made for everyone was not cooking as quickly as I needed it to, and then I burned the garlic bread on one side. Of course, I still can't believe I burned the garlic bread. I was so frustrated. I got so distracted by all the little details. I'm Julie Lyles-Carr. This is God on the Go, part of the Purposely Podcast Network, and we've been talking about distractions, the things that keep us from seeing what is best, what's most important in our lives. We can get distracted by all kinds of things, and when it comes to me hosting our small group, I can get really distracted by all the details and miss what's most important in that moment. And what's most important is that I'm getting to have time with my friends who care about each other, friends who are trying to strengthen and encourage each other in our lives. And yet I get super distracted away from what's most important to the burned garlic bread. Well, what can I say? And, in a weird way, it kind of helps to know that I'm not alone. Guess how much human attention span has dropped in the last 15 years? Can you guess? 25%. We are all struggling with trying to stay focused on the things that are most important. We've been talking in this series about staying focused on the things that are truly our responsibility, staying focused, not distracted with our time, not being distracted by things that we think are unfair, staying focused on our friendships, making sure that we don't let someone's criticism pull us away. And we got to talk about not getting distracted away from what is most important. Jesus talked about this. He had two friends. They were sisters named Mary and Martha. He was also friends with their brother, a guy named Lazarus. Jesus went to Mary and Martha's for dinner one night, and Martha was doing exactly what I was doing when it came to small groups. She was busting around. She was trying to take care of all the little details, and she got so frustrated because her sister Mary was just sitting hanging out with Jesus. And so Martha comes to Jesus and she's like, listen, this is not fair. And Jesus gently reminds her in this beautiful way that while what Martha is doing is important, it's good to have good food for your small group. It's good to not burn the garlic bread. But the thing that is most important, Jesus knew, was this time that he and Mary were having together to talk, to discuss, to encourage, to learn. And so he tells Martha in Luke 10:42, hey, Mary has chosen what is better, and it will not be taken away from her. Mary had not gotten distracted by all the small stuff to the point that she missed what was most important. Martha was in danger because of trying to do all the small stuff, of missing what was most important. I can get super distracted, as I told you. Maybe there are things that you get distracted by. Think about a time maybe at Christmas where there was this one gift you really, 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 really wanted, and you spent all of Christmas worrying about if you would get it. And maybe one year you didn't get it, and then Christmas was ruined. And yet that one small thing could distract you, whether you got the gift you wanted or not. It could distract you from what was most important, which was spending time with your family and celebrating and thinking about the birth of Jesus. We have to make these choices all the time. Are we going to focus on the little stuff that can seem really important in the moment? Or are we going to focus on what's most important in any circumstance or situation that we have going on? I'm going to try to do a better job. I'm telling you that right now. I want to do better at not getting distracted by the small stuff and staying focused on what's most important in the time that I have with the people I love, in the time that I have with God, and thinking about what's most important to Him. Wow, I want to stay focused on what's most important. Hey, text the word GO, that's G-O, to the number 89419, and each week we'll send you a memory verse, a discussion question, a fun fact. It's just a great way to keep the conversation going. A big thanks to our sponsor, George Fox University. At George Fox University, each student will be known personally, academically, and spiritually. I'll see you next week.